Okay, hi everyone. I'm just gonna do a quick speed paint for all y'all. Um, I was given a request actually to do a speed paint and explain my queen's choices to you by a Always Dreaming on YouTube. I thought that it would be a fun idea, so I thought, why not? Um, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna jump straight into it, honestly. Starting off with Thomas on his own. Um, I wanted to choose a person for the king that that would fit for all of the sides. And really the only person I could think of was Thomas. And he can fit in another way, as in, like, I actually replied to someone's comment asking about that. I was thinking of if the sides had to sing about someone that they put all of their effort and devoted their entire life to, and it all just be thrown away by that same person, it would have to be Thomas, right? Because there's not much other that I could choose. So I chose Thomas for the king. And so the queens, though, that's the fun part. Woo! Um, Logan was the first one. Catherine, the first Catherine, I believe. Um, it was okay. Both Catherine and Logan are extremely smart. They're both educated and college or whatever, they've been to universities and things like that. They know a ton of information, and they're extremely well to do in the eyes of people that know what they're doing. Like, Catherine was extremely good at what she was when she was the queen. She was an amazing queen, to be honest. She was great with the politics and everything that she needed to be. She was married to the king for, I believe, the longest time. Um, I think I forgot, it was 20 something years. But, so, it's, honestly, I thought that Logan would be a good fit, not only because of that, but also because he's a very strong person. And he, honestly, has a lot to do, like, I'm sorry. I don't have a script in front of me. I'm just going off of the top of my head. I don't know if I've already said that or not. Um, I'm. Logan's a smart person. I can't really say much more than that. He's a smart person who is dedicated and doesn't want to run away from anything. He wants to fight for what he has, I guess, which is really reminiscent into Catherine, or at least that first Catherine. And then I have Remus as the next wife, Anne Boleyn. Anne Boleyn. Um, Remus fits her character amazingly, I believe. In the whole regard of, she's just known to be just like, I'm gonna get you. I'm attractive and all that stuff and all of the above. So her character fits Remus almost flawlessly. The person herself doesn't fit as much, but still does fit in the way that she wasn't afraid of many things. She was really strong-willed, I guess, that you could say, and she didn't really take no for an answer. She went down, and when she fought dirty. So so I feel like that's a good representation of her as Remus, I mean. Then Patton was Jane Seymour, the third wife. I feel like they fit really well. Like, it scared me because I put Patton with Jane, like, first. That was the first combo I made. I put Patton with Jane as in because Jane was the most, like, you see her more as the motherly person, and you see her more as the loved and the charismatic person that she was. And it is true, she was a wonderful person. She was amazing, and she really handled that freaking king, who was at that point kind of a mess. So she was an amazing person, and I thought that Patton would be fit for her very well. And then later on, after I already fit Patton with her, I noticed that Jane Jane just puns it up in the songs that she's in. Like, she doesn't stop. She says in that first song, in the ex-wives song, she says that to find out more you'll have to see more or something like that. And like, that's just her name. Her name's Jane Seymour. She just punned her own name, and I was like, I figured that out afterwards, and I was like, yeah, I'm glad I picked Patton. So yeah. A lot of people also have questions about why Patton lifted up Virgil in that scene where she says, she as in Jane, so he as in Patton, when they say, this is like my son, when they say my son, I had Patton pick up Virgil, like, as a young child. And a lot of people were thinking, like, whoa, isn't Virgil one of the queens, too, later on? Ugh. And, yes, I gotta admit, I mean, it was screwed up back then. They had a lot of incest. I mean, like, Anne Boleyn, the second wife, and Catherine Howard, the fifth wife, they were cousins. They were cousins. And, what was it? I'm pretty sure it was the first wife, yeah. Catherine, the first Catherine, she actually married the king's brother at first, or was engaged to him, or something like that. And it's just, okay. So yeah, I gotta admit, like, that it's weird. I'm not gonna go too much into it. It's just, you gotta accept that that's just what people were back then, and just let it be what it is. So, just gonna leave that where it is. Now, the next one, Anne of Cleves, the second Anne, Deceit. I chose Deceit for her. Mainly because she's seen as a liar. She isn't a liar. She didn't lie or do anything that she... There's a song before her song called House of Holbein, or House of Holbein, I think, and it explains a lot of why people thought that she, or he, the king, thought that she didn't look quite like her portrait. Because, I mean, she was wearing makeup and heels and stuff like that to look all pretty and prettied up for the picture, and just for the picture. So, of course, she didn't look exactly like that. And though she's seen as a liar, she's kind of more against it than anything, because actually, the king himself actually lied to her in the first place, trying to convince her that he was actually a peasant before she realized that it was the king. So, yeah, fun fact. So I chose Deceit there, and also because Anne is full on, like, she's a bad... Bleh. I'm not gonna swear. This is a family-friendly channel. That she was strong-willed and independent, and I just see Deceit in that perfectly. Next up, I have Catherine Howard, the fifth wife. I believe it's the third... No, it's the second Catherine. There's too many Catherines. Roman is Catherine in this AU. It's for multiple reasons. Number one is in the song that she sings and in real life, Anne was quote unquote in love with someone when she was very young. And by quote unquote, I mean she was sexually assaulted. And not many people say that she was, because, at least back then, because back then that wasn't a thing. That was more of just like, oh, she's a whore, or whatever the heck. Because she had sexual relations outside of wedlock. Terrifying. And it wasn't even her fault. But Jane, in the songs, Catherine is seen to at first be young and naive and have so many hopes and dreams just for the hope of love in the future. And it made me really sad to listen to the song for the first time, actually, and really listen, because she gets so emotional as she goes on, realizing that love is just a thing to her at this point. Love is just a thing that isn't good. It's something that will haunt her for years to come, because she doesn't believe that it's a good thing anymore. I keep saying thing, but she can't see it as anything other than what she'd already dealt with, which was terrible. And honestly, I just see that in Roman very much. And then finally, Virgil. Virgil is the survivor. Catherine Parr. Multiple reasons. Number one, Virgil is awesome. He's one of my favorite sides, I gotta admit that. You can probably tell, though, by the amount of times that I put in, you can probably tell by the amount of time that I'm putting into the video that I'm working on now, and this drawing, though you can probably get that Remus is my favorite, but Virgil's a very close second. Virgil fits Catherine in many ways. Number one, Catherine was actually married 2 times before being married to the king, which is, it's unusual. Back then, at least, it was a little unusual, because of the fact that, well, it wasn't. It's just, Virgil fits Catherine in a way that's hard to explain, because it's not much of their stories fit together, it's more of just their personalities and their emotional traumas are similar, like in the light of Catherine has to leave the person that she's fallen in love with, and instead be with I'm distracted by the video. I don't know what I was doing there. She has to let go of the person that she cares most about, and instead go to someone that she honestly despises in a way, and has to protect someone and care for them as they get older, even though that she doesn't care about that person at all, which, I felt really fit Virgil in his time with the dark sides and his transition to the lights and all that, but a little backwards instead. So, so that's why I chose her as Virgil. And so that's my explanation on the queens. So now I'm just going to go ahead and explain some other things as well, like small things, because there are other questions. And also, I'm going to talk about this picture, honestly, because I haven't done that yet. This idea came from my brain. It was really dumb. A lot of people were commenting on the ex-wives, ex-sides video that Remus in the dress was just flawless. And to be honest, it was like a last minute like idea that I was just like, you know what, why don't I just put Remus in a dress? He's honestly, he would do it. So I just put him in a dress, and it just become a lot of people like favorite thing about the video, I guess. And I love it too. So I thought, might as well, let's just draw him in a dress again. Let's just do it. So I drew him again in a gown, and he's running away with what seems to be just a hand, but it's Thomas, and I didn't really want to draw him because it was already taking me a long time to draw this entire thing. You can see the timer up in the corner. It's not correct because I did other things as well in different points, and as well as sketching the entire thing in the first place. So yeah, it took a long time to do, and I really didn't want to have to draw a second person. So yeah, the actual reason why I decided to do this one for the speed paint video, though, is, well, I didn't. I wanted to do a different one for this video, and I did. I drew a drawing of all 6 of the wives as sides, and I designed them outfits that correlate kind of with the outfits that the wives wear in the musical, and a whole bunch of stuff. And I put a lot of effort into it, and took about 4 or 5 hours to make. And then I lost the footage. Oh, this is where I put his mallet thingy in his eyes because I thought that was funny. That drawing is on my Tumblr now, but I have no footage for it, so I'm really angry about it, but that's okay. Because I still had this. I did this before I drew that one, actually, but, so this is a drawing that I have. Obviously. Sorry. I'm still new to this whole YouTube thing, by the way, so my editing skills and my recording skills and probably my voice and, like, what is this? My microphone? I'm just using my laptop, by the way, to be honest. I'm not using a mic because I don't have one. Someone asked me what I use to draw. I use Paint Tool Sai. This is a totally legal downloaded Paint Tool Sai, I swear. I'm lying. It works really well for one that's not actually like it. And I use just a cheap, and by cheap I mean like $60, $80, drawing tablet with a pen that is being held together by masking tape. So yeah, it's not the best setup, but it works. So that's what I have. And some other questions were asked, and they were mostly just goofy ones, like, do you want to build a snowman and things like that, but I might as well continue talking about, like, explaining a few other things about the whole series idea. I have other ideas for animatics and things like that that don't have to do with this series, this AU, but I want to finish this up so much, and I realize that it's going to take so much time to do, and it's going to take me forever to actually get to do the other things that I want to do too. I want to do too many things, and I don't have much time to do it because I have school and finals, and yes, I said finals, and that was the last semester, but I'm going to have them again, yay! And all of the stress things that you have to deal with when you're not yet a true person. But I still want to put in all the effort that I can, and I still want to do as many of these as I can, because they're so fun. And although I might be complaining a lot sometimes doing them, because it's just like it takes so much time to just do a little bit, and this may sound like, oh, you're getting really far, but for the video that's coming up, the Don't Lose Your Head video, I have a little over, about, I think, 103 pictures drawn for it so far. And I know that sounds amazing. That sounds like, good job, you must be almost done. That's only about 50 seconds into the video. It's a 4-minute long video. So, yeah. Just gonna leave that there to sit into your mind. I just wanna, this is, honestly, it's amazing that I'm getting so much, like, amazing, like, what is it? I'm getting so much recognition and things like that right now, which it feels wrong to say that, but, I honestly, I love all of you guys. You're so sweet to me. Like, honestly, like, I know that I said messy doodles in the last video. I said that I draw messy doodles, and so many people commented about that. And I'm sorry, I called them messy doodles and all that, but, just in my brain, I think of, when I'm thinking of something that's more, it deserves recognition, I don't think of something that I can do a lot of really quick. So, yeah. Oh, here's coming up my finished product. I kind of just froze here for a bit. There it is. Yay! It's beautiful. It's Remus, and he's running away in the rain. I chose rain for the background because that's me! So, I just want to say thank you all for supporting me through all of this and accepting that it's taking a lot of effort to actually do this, and also realizing that I do love doing this. I don't, like, hate this or anything. I love it, to be honest, and yeah. So, thank you all for being, for subscribing to me, for commenting. Honestly, the comments make me feel so amazing every day. I love seeing, like, just one new comment makes me feel so much joy. I love reading through the comments where you guys are just talking to each other. That makes me feel amazing, weirdly enough. So, honestly, I'm just rambling now. Thank you all for watching this terrible video or goofy or dumb video, but, I love you all, and yeah, thanks for watching. Mwah!